What is going on, water signs? This is your girl Venus Archangel here with another love reading for you guys. If you're unsure of your placements, go ahead and check the description box below. Also, guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that's totally fine. Alright, guys, let's go ahead and see what is going on in your love lives for November the 7th, November the 6th, 2016. Alright, November the 6th. Alright, let's see what's going on. Alright, let's get in here and get started. Oh. What is going on here? Wow. Okay, so the underlying energy is the Empress. Underneath that, you have strength. You have to be brave when it comes to creating something that you want, right? Because, of course, there's a little piece of risk, a lot of work, a lot of dedication. And that's, sometimes you may hit a wall where you may feel a little bit of doubt, but that's the thing. You're supposed to kind of keep things moving. Everything's not going to be consistent and beautiful and happy all the time, but that doesn't mean you should anticipate it being a failure. You should anticipate it to be a success. Not saying that that's what you guys are doing right now, but the Empress is your main underlying energy. So it's all about creation. It's all about building something of great value that you see within yourself. That you see something of great value within yourself anyway. Okay? But it's also committing to it. That's the thing. That's why I say the commitment thing is such a big thing, because the Empress, when it comes to creating, wheat, you have to start in the fall, and you don't expect to harvest that till late fall, late spring, late summer, early fall. So, it takes time. It takes time, and it also talks about taking care of people, taking care of yourself mostly. Nurturing, building something. Obviously, it takes time. So the manifesting part and putting the work behind it is the key. Creating something, or creating a utopia. Now, the heart of your reading is very similar to the underlying energy. The Queen of Pentacles and the Empress are very similar. Actually, the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles are more similar than the Empress, but they still have a lot of similarities. Because she knows that, the dedication needed, the work, the time, the effort, and all that needed to build whatever she wants to build, to create whatever she wants to create, and that's great. But the thing is that you have the Seven of Swords crossing you, which indicates, taking a risk, or a need to take a risk here. Somebody needs to take a step in a direction where it's a little risky. The Queen of Pentacles is very stable and very solid. So to have her take a risk, yeah, it seems like it's something that she wouldn't do. But if she's seen the value in it, she would. She's not necessarily the switcheroo type person, but if she's seen something that was worth that change, she would do it. And that's the thing. I feel like there's something that you've committed to, and there's something that you may have to take a risk on. Now, the underlying energy of your reading, the past energy for this reading here is the Hierophant. So I feel like you committed to something in the past. Whether this is a relationship, a career, a lifestyle, a way of doing things, a routine for yourself, right? How you see yourself, how you run your own life. That is you committing to something, right? That is you committing to something. I already said that twice, but yeah. And I feel like for some of you guys, there was maybe a bit of changes to that. Maybe you had to adjust what you believed, because it wasn't exactly something that you resonated with before, and now you have a different belief system, different standpoint, different structure, foundation, and now you kind of have a routine and a balance and such like that. But now you have this Page of Pentacles come up, which understandably you have to take a risk if you want to accept this, right? If you've you've done something, and you've done something for a long time, and it seems to be working, it's been great. But now you have a new opportunity, perhaps something small, but still some sort of reference to something, building something new. And you can do this, but it's about taking the risk. And I see you guys come out the other side a lot more confident, a lot more fired up, ready to go. Well, and you feel definitely more amped up than you did starting out in this reading, because you have the Queen of Pentacles as the heart of your reading. The challenge is committing to something that's risky. And I think if you have the focus of, well, I'm going to create something amazing out of this, I'm not worried about it because I know my capabilities and I'm going to be trying the best that I can, then there's nothing to fear. But that's the thing. You have to be fearless. You have to take a risk. You have to go into it knowing that there's nothing to worry about because you're going to do everything that you can anyway. Now, the High Priestess in your Golden Ambition is a very interesting card to get because the High Priestess talks about passivity, inaction, waiting and seeing, kind of like that Observer card in the Wisdom of the Oracle that I have here right now. Now, you guys also have here this Empress energy, High Priestess, excuse me, can indicate you trusting your intuition and going with your heart. Because honestly, there's no real guarantee that something will turn out the way that it will. But if you trust yourself and you commit to yourself, you really don't have anything to worry about. Trust me. Because you know of your capabilities. You know of what you're planning to do. You know what your motives are. And as long as you know what your motives are, there's nothing that really is going to stop you from being able to have or create a utopia or a loving relationship, a beautiful relationship at that, a cohesive and harmonious living situation. But you understand that building a relationship, building a healthy, career, building a wonderful life with somebody, that's taking time. That's going to take time. And I feel like this is an investment in which you have to build it with time. And the High Priestess is saying there's no right or wrong way of doing it, but you have to trust your intuition with this. You have to trust yourself. Now, the Moon doesn't come up, which is a good thing, but I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, there's a bit of denial here, and the High Priestess kind of keeping things back. Don't hide how you feel, because honestly, it's going to cause yourself a bit of a bulk up. You're a water sign, so just being honest with yourself is a good way of letting your emotions flow. But most importantly, guys, the Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, High Priestess, there's definitely somebody that's not being honest about something. And I feel like I don't think it's the other person's offering you something. I feel like it's obviously taking that leap of faith and leaving behind your comfort zone that's making you kind of distance yourself out with it a little bit. But I think you see this opportunity as something amazing and something that you want. It's just the risk taking that makes you a little anxious, right? So that being said, let's go ahead and see what you've got going on here in your with your additional advice with the Wisdom of the Oracle. Some of you guys may be, dodging a situation, but some of you guys may not. Maybe some of you guys are just kind of like holding on to your comfort zone a little bit. Okay, chaos and conflict. This is the number 33, and this really indicates here that things got to get crazy before it gets better. So, in order for things to kind of be at peace, you have to kick the dust up. How else are you supposed to clean a dusty room? You whip out that broom and you start sweeping. It's going to kick the dust up. And you know what? You're going to have to just, wear a mask or, do whatever. But the chaos, before we know how we can get peace, we got to know what the crazy is. And that's the point, right? If things get a little crazy, you have to be, you have to trust yourself to know that you'll get through, see this conflict through the end, to get to the solution, to build the utopia, to build the foundation, to build a relationship or the career that you're looking for. But until then, you got to kind of do something. You got to take action. You got to make something happen. Right? You got to do something. You can't just, expect it all to be wonderful and sun, rainbows and unicorns. And I don't think you guys do. And I think that's the thing. That's why you guys are, maybe avoiding it, maybe you're dodging it, maybe not necessarily saying, yes, I'll take it. Because, this is big. This is a really big step. Even if it is offered by something, starting off something small, it can build to something so much bigger than that. And that's where your creativity will come in too. But the thing is about being fearless and saying, you know what? It is what it is. It will happen. If it comes up, some craziness happens, you'll deal with it. But the High Priestess is saying, trust your intuition, go with the flow, and really just, you don't have to perpetuate anything. If it happens, it happens. Just know that you have everything you need to deal with it. All right, family, this has been your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys very soon. Love y'all. Bye now.